physical, all right? So the physical development here, we have 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19 through 20. Brother Robert?
Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore,
honor God with your bodies. Now, the purpose of being healthy and fit is to serve God better. How are we going to serve God if your back hurting all the time? How are we going to serve God if basically we're not eating right? How are we going to serve God if we're not exercising right? How are we going to serve God? Now, I'm not talking about having a disability. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you have all of your senses, all of your abilities, but yet we just don't have the energy. We're not taking care of ourselves properly. And again, honor God with our body. Now, that can go in many ways because, in fact, Paul here, when he was talking about it, he was talking about sexual immorality. That's what he was talking about here. But what I'm talking about here is basically about developing ourselves physically. Now, what's one of the best ways of developing ourselves physically in our area? Well, first of all, we got to make sure we're eating the right thing. We got to make sure we exercise. Everybody knows that, right? Eat your vegetables, eat your fruits. My mom can tell you I never liked to eat fruits and vegetables. Never, didn't. As I got older, I began to eat them because I understood how important they were, how important they still are. But let's go a little bit deeper than that. How do I know that my body's receiving the right amount of protein, vitamin D, nutrients, all that stuff? How do I know that? Can I tell that myself? Do I just basically go, well, I guess it depends on how I feel. If I feel good, that means everything is good. Well, that's one way to do it. But here's another way. Here's the way that I am recommending that we should do it. The first thing I have on that list of goals there is schedule a doctor's appointment. Schedule a doctor's appointment. Schedule it. Now, me personally, I didn't like to go to the doctor at first. I didn't. Now, the reason why I didn't like to go to the doctor at first, why? Because my self-image told me I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm fine. I perceive myself as being fine already. Now, all of a sudden when stuff started going wrong, wait a minute. Hold on. So now I got to go to the doctor. Now I got to figure out what, again, going back to that same concept. If your car is broken down, who are you going to take it to? A mechanic. If the computer's broken down, who are you going to take it to? To a technician. If your body is giving you symptoms, or before it even gives you symptoms, let's not wait until something goes wrong with our body. Let's not wait until, oh man, I'm having chest pain, all this. I ain't no doctor, nothing, but sometimes it's too late then. But let's just keep it in our minds, keep it in our spirit. When we develop in our physical aspect of our body, let's go to the doctor. And the doctor, they're going to be able to tell you, they're going to do the blood work. They're going to be able to tell you, hey, based on the blood work, you have this. Oh, you're doing good in this area. Hey, you need a little bit more vitamin D, whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to know that until I go to the doctor. Now, what I'm just suggesting is that we actually just schedule a doctor's appointment. Get a physical. Just nothing. That's the least that we could do. We're going into 2025, and we want to go in healthy, and we want to go in with a strong spirit, and we want to go in with our mental and our emotional state in a good state, so that way we know, and we have this self-image ourselves. We go, hey, man, I'm working. Hey, it's all good. Once we do that, we'll be able to speak boldly, confidently. Whenever somebody else, they start talking about problems they have, and sometimes we'd be like, well, my back was hurting the other day too. Oh, I had that chest pain the other day too. Well, now all of a sudden, that image comes in to where now we're a little afraid now because somebody else said that they have another problem that we had. So now it's like, hey, man, I need to go to the doctor too, man. I need to check it out because I've been having this. Let's not wait. Stay on top of it. They recommend you to go, every 6 months? Just check in. Don't wait till it breaks down. Don't wait, all right?